How's everyone doing tonight? I have not played in a few weeks, and this is the first time I'm, basically booting up, the game with this character. But I have been grinding, levels for all of my other jobs off screen. Whoops. I accidentally did a thing. Oh, that's what I did. I had it on a different scene. Alright. So yeah, everything's at level 80. I'm not gonna be doing any other jobs today. I want to keep how they look a secret right now. All we're gonna be doing is finishing up the Binding Coils of Bahamut. But let me go on ahead and do social media stuff first, and then we will get started. Oh, and I have a icon. I have a channel icon specifically for a branding icon specifically for Final Fantasy XIV content now. It actually took me like 15 minutes to whip up. But it'll be specifically for videos and streams that are for Final Fantasy XIV. Alright. Our little multifaceted potato is pissed at Nael, so how about we go on ahead and finish up. Duty Finder unrestricted, confirm. And actually, before I do that, there is one that I have not completed yet before turn 4, and it is this one because I couldn't solo the boss at level 70. I probably could, but I think I was just doing something wrong. So I'm gonna do a couple of attempts at it. I should be able to beat it easily. I think I'm supposed to slow my DPS during a certain phase, and then just blow through it. Yeah, I'll just rush through this. Alright, good, I've got the correct keybinds. Weep! There we go. Weep! I know I don't need to do that, I just want to. Oh, great. Well. Yeah, they're not going to pursue me. Oh, hi. Oh, hold on. I was hitting the wrong button. There we go. I meant to do a charge instead of changing the mouse button, the mouse Bluetooth signal, because I'm using a different mouse now. I'm using the one that I used to use for my Mac. Oh, hi. Oh, hi, guys. There we go. Oh my god, are you serious? Can I please get through here, then? There we go. Alright. We've already seen the cutscene. Let's just go on ahead and kick this thing's ass. Alright. Alright, so I think I don't want to get it below like 70% at the moment. I want to wait until its phase changes before I start going all in on damaging. Alright, it's spamming Atomic Ray. I should be okay. Get the hell out of here. Yes. You're next, Nael. This is the face of murder. Let's see. Yeah, you know what? I'll take him. There we are. All right. And now the main attraction of this first little bit. I should have the eye level to take care of it, because I got this little angry potato to item level 530, which should be enough. We've already seen the cutscene. Let's go. Around. Oh, well, I'm, effed. Yeah. That was not supposed to happen. I used the wrong move, basically. All right. All go. There we are. Got it. Now we just hear the haunting music. I'll let it suck up that one. Alright. Let this one suck up a couple more. Alright. I think I can let it suck up two. There we go. There we are. Seconds to Mega Flare. Alright, and this is where I'm going to be doing... At a certain point, I'm going to be using the home gang and then just going all in on as much damage as I can unleash. Alright. Here we are. Home gang. Yes! First try! Get effed, Nael. Little Angry Potato can finally move on to the final tier. High Elegant Spear, it's not something that this guy is ever going to use. Let's see what it looks like anyway, though. Ooh, actually looks pretty damn good. Yeah, this... Can't use it in a... Okay. Still alive, I see. Poor creature. Would that you had never been born. You had sundered your physical form and collapsed into ether, but Bahamut denied you death and imprisoned what little was left of you in an ethereal shell resembling... what, I wonder? Images from your memory, perhaps? But that shell's now broken. And your primal deity seems disinclined to sustain your existence. My primal deity? I kneel to no icon. What need have I to beg the favor of such filth? I am Nael Van Darnus, legatus of the 7th Legion. No. A moment. My thoughts are clouded. And this body is not my own. Could it be that you spoke the truth? Was I ensorcelled by the lesser moon's ancient prisoner? That will not happen again. You speak as if Bahamut no longer controlled you, but that's impossible. Once a primal ensnares the mind, it cannot be freed. Unless Bahamut simply relinquished his claim. What need has he of a broken spirit bound for the ethereal realm? Oh, that I should fall prey to the very influence I sought to purge from the land. The irony is galling. Do not assume that all of my actions were chosen for me. It was my will that the Meteor Project be resurrected, mine and none other. Yet it seems that my grand designs were destined to fail. Even the ungentle release of death was denied me. Nael, please, you must tell us more of the calamity. I must know the truth of what has befallen the world and what has become of my grandfather, Archon Louisoix. You are Louisoix's grandchild. Ah, the fates are generous with their cruelty. Continue on, if you would have your answers. They await you at the terminus of your path. But know that this path leads only to despair. The light of truth was ever harsh and unforgiving. Why do you say this? Grandfather would be freed once we put a stop to Bahamut's restoration, will he not? What are you not telling us? Steel yourself, child. Only unbending resolve and merciless strength can conquer what lies ahead. We can do naught but weep under the pall of their own misery, as did the frail child I once was. Oh! Okay, I wasn't expecting that. Silence, chattering raven. Your wretched wings are broken and you shall soar no more. My crimson moon, your brilliance sears mine eyes. I recognize that voice throat, but never would he say such words. Come, let us finish what we came to do. All will be put all right when the final hulk lies dormant. Grandfather will be himself again, I'm sure of it. Oh. Still going. Bahamut regenerates more swiftly than I had anticipated. Let us hope that disabling this coil will serve to slow the process. Display seems different, but the controls appear to mimic the mechanism we found in the Notion Hulk. It shouldn't pose a problem. Throat, forgive me. The moment I beheld Nael's transformation, hope wilted in my heart. I did not believe that you could stand against the manifestation of Bahamut's power. Yeah, I couldn't for a little while. For all your fabled strength and skill, I felt certain that I was going to lose you, just as I lost my grandfather. Even he, a man for whom naught seemed impossible, was humbled before Bahamut's might. And yet, look how far we've come. 'Tis incredible feats of which we are capable, our boundless potential. 'Twas this capacity for greatness, I believe, that Grandfather so dearly wished to protect. With all that has occurred, I have come to understand much at least. 'Tis done. Shall we make our way back to the surface and gather our thoughts? We have seen much that will benefit from Urianger's learned perspective. Oh! Hello? And he's gone, isn't he? No, he's still there. Grandfather, it is you. Then why? Abandon this quest, Alice. I will not countenance further sabotage of the coils. Sabotage? But we must disable the coils if we are to prevent Bahamut's revival. Your defiance seals your fate. Not for nothing, but I think he could just shoot over you. No, you're not the one you're not who I thought you were. My grandfather would never. Foolish girl. How could the White Raven allow herself to be bested by such sniveling opponents? Listen well. We all exist at the pleasure of one divine will. And the word of Lord Bahamut is absolute. Scurry back into your holes, vermin. You have been granted this one reprieve, but should you be so foolish as to crawl into my lord's domain again, I will crush the life from you myself. That light in grandfather's eyes. He has suffered the same fate as Nael. Grandsire is no more. That was naught but a phantom that profanes his noble memory. His mockery must be expunged. I will not rest until I free grandfather's soul from Bahamut's tyranny. Do you hear me, Bahamut? Your time is at an end. Eorzea and my family will be avenged. We are at the main bridge. And 2 more of these coils remain. But we don't have anything else to do here, so yeah, let's just get out of here. Ow. Can I change jobs here? Yeah, I can. Okay. You did not see the look that I have for the new look I have for my red mage. Boop. Yeah, thanks to the dual dying system now, we can I can have some cooler outfits. And right now this is all I've got for my warrior. I don't have two dice for the high steel scale male offending. And I was really hoping I'd be able to have 2 dice for this so I could match the look I've got for my other pieces of gear. But yeah, I'm still trying to find a piece of gear that would compare to this. That has 2 die chambers. Oh well, at any rate. Let's move on to the last. Let's move on. Alice is keen to seek Urianger's learned opinion on the disturbing events which unfolded during your expedition into the second coil. Truly, it is wonderful to escape that stifling air and return to Northern Thanalan again, it would appear. I must thank you, Throat. Were it not for your bravery, I strongly doubt that I would be standing here now. Oh, but you need not tarry on my account. The danger is past. Pray go on ahead and apprise Urianger of all that has occurred. I will join you anon. My thoughts are yet unruly, and I would rest here a while. Alright, past Alice, who is, still on the source and not in the first. Pray return to the waking sands. I'm so glad I was able to get that first try. Alright. Come, Shakes, we fly! I am really hoping this computer can hold out. I have been very concerned with it lately. It blue screened about a week ago, and when I tried plugging in a USB hub so I could have both my keypad and my face cam active at once, it seized up for a little bit. Even after trying to unplug it again, it was still frozen for a few seconds. So something tells me I might need to get a new computer. And I really don't want to do that because it's going to come pre-installed with Windows 11 and I hate that thing so damn much. Triumphant hero doth return. Thine eyes speak of the dread task's completion. The second coil now lieth dormant. Yet I sense the tidings thou bearest are not altogether glad. Pray tell me, what ill hath cast shadow which falleth now across thy brow? Yeah, I really do not like Windows 11. If I can try to find a modern gaming laptop that has Windows 10, I would be happy. But that may not be possible anymore. And I'd rather not do Linux just yet because I don't think it can play the non-Steam version of Final Fantasy XIV yet. An old foe and an old friend. So 'twas but the ethereal shadow of Master Louis Soir that Lady Alice beheld. An unnatural conjuration in thrall to the elder primal. That the fiend should deign to choose him of all men, even in full knowledge of the shade's true nature, would be hard-pressed to weather such a confrontation. Yet what agonies must the young mistress have endured? Such torment did she ne'er deserve. Mayhap 'twere better if Lady Alice did absent herself from future forays unto the coils. I have come too far to surrender to grief, Urianger. Oh. Nice to see you back, my lady. I am resolved to defeat these fiends, and naught shall sway me from my path. Now let us peer more deeply into the well of our discoveries. As you wish, my lady. By your leave, I would speak first of the coil's late guardian, Nael Van Darnus. Van Darnus was a legatus of the Garlean Empire who strove to bring about Eorzea's final destruction, only to fall even as the sixth sun did set. If thou hast heard tales of the White Raven, then it is he of whom they speak. I say, for Nael was certainly no maid. The noble house of Van Darnus, as we discovered all too late, had long safeguarded the wisdom of ancient Alleg. 'Twas thus that the legatus came to learn the true nature of Dalamud, and seek to employ the Red Moon as a weapon against Eorzea. The crystal tower and the mechanisms required to command the satellite yet lay hidden beneath the ground, compelling Nael to construct a far less subtle mechanism. In his first faltering attempts to communicate with Dalamud, he did likely rouse the satellite's slumbering prisoner. Thenceforth did the White Raven's soul belong to Bahamut. He was fortunate indeed to acquire so powerful a thrall by chance. 'Tis little wonder he was so loath to depart with him. Why let a simple thing like death deprive one of so useful a pawn? We may accuse him of bungling the Van Darnus' resurrection. I dare say Bahamut was as content to have a handmaiden as a manservant. I only hope that the two thralls we encountered were the extent of his flock. Yet I cannot help but dwell on Nael's words, those beloved children of whom he spoke. I assumed at first that he referred to the moon's beastly guardians, but should Bahamut have enslaved other mortals, we must needs remove the source of worship, otherwise our efforts to disable the coil shall be for naught. Forgive mine Forgive me mine indelicacy, my lady. Thou art wise to indeed speak of expunging the primal thralls, but canst thou truly pursue a course which would cost thee thine own grandsire? My heart and mind are as one on this matter. Grandfather's salvation can be won by but a single method, the destruction of Bahamut and aught that might serve to sustain him. Throat, while Urianger and I endeavor to ascertain the existence of any further thralls, I suggest you grant yourself a moment's respite. Rest assured that I will contact you the moment I have need of your imitatable talents. Inimitable, I think. That we have achieved so much I owe to you. I fear, however, that our trials have barely begun. Though time had dulled the pain of thy passing, I find that I am wounded afresh. Master Louis Soir, what good shall come of this unending search for knowledge and truth? Long have I believed the pursuit of such treasures to be the duty of every true Charlian. Yet when each new revelation serveth only to heap further anguish upon those whom we would fain protect, must we truly reach for more. And so you have found your resolve, dear sister. Will you now find a use for the secrets, for the key that only you and I hold? Given our familial propensity for curiosity, you would do well to remember the keys may serve to seal doors as well as to unlock them. And Bahamut is a most unwelcome guest, to whom the door should never have been opened. You can handle the truth. And I guess Urianger is back on the first. Or Alphen is back on the first. Anyway, let's go on and just finish it up. Man is wont to cast light wheresoever secrets lie hidden darkness, though that which he illumineth seldom bringeth him joy. So it is with such unhappy truths as Bahamut's immense shadow doth conceal. Yet ever onward forgeth Mistress Alice, undeterred by the burden of knowledge that weigheth heavy on her heart. 'Tis a perilous path she hath chosen, and a painful one. I prithee, Throat, remain by her side as a valiant blade, that she might see her quest to its conclusion. We are clear on that. Alice, it is well that you are here. Throat, it is well that you are here. My lady, how might I serve you this day? I have met with some difficulty in my mission, Urianger, and I should be grateful for your counsel. As you know, Bahamut's physical form is regenerating beneath Cartano Flats even as we speak. If we are to prevent his return, we must needs disable the 2 remaining internment hulks that sustain him. Every moment our mission is delayed, the realm is pushed closer to the brink of destruction. Alas, though I have determined the locations of the fragments of Dalamud leading to the hulks, I have been able to find a way to enter them. And gaining admittance is but the first step in your perilous undertaking. When last thou descended into Bahamut's subterranean fastness, thou didst discover, didst thou not, that the dread primal had bound the shade of Nael and Van Darnus unto his will. And though thou didst consign the fallen legatus to blessed oblivion, thou mayest recall that the pietous wretch was not alone. Doubt not but that Bahamut's other thralls shall seek to hinder thy passage. You can say his name, Urianger. I have not forgotten that my grandfather is waiting for us. My lady, I would remind you that as I must often remind myself, that the man whom we both loved and revered is no more. What remaineth is but a shade which defileth his memory. That vile verbiage that spilleth from his lips must not be heeded, for it cometh not from your grandsire, but from Bahamut itself. You need not worry, Urianger. Come what may, I will not stray from the course. I will not let grandfather's sacrifice be in vain. But mere words will not take us whither we must go. As I said, I have been able to find a way to enter into the fragments of Dalamud. My lady, might I suggest that you visit the fragments again in Throat's company? Olaf hath the Warrior of Light set events in motion by virtue of his presence alone. 'Tis possible he may do so again. I, the while, shall search for answers of mine own. By our efforts combined, for sure am I, the path shall be revealed to us ere long. Were it anyone else, I should question the wisdom of such advice, yet I cannot deny that what you say about Throat is true. Very well, I should do as you suggest. Assuming you have no objections, of course. Good. Now we seek entry to the 2 fragments of Dalamud. One lies at the Burning Wall in eastern Thanalan, and the other at the Singing Shards in Mordona. I left an assistant at each location with instructions to continue searching for a means of ingress. It is not impossible that they could have since found something useful to us. Let us begin by visiting my man at the Burning Wall. Dex, I think it was. And away we go! To the Burning Wall! Actually, I'll just fly there. Oh, there we go. It's burning a little bit more now. Yeah, I know, I cannot. There we go. It's not giving me that message anymore. I say, are you not Master Geralt, my lady's most faithful companion? Sainus, sir, at your service, and may I say what an honor it is to meet you.
Found anything new?
How goes the survey, Dex? My lady, it shames me to say that I have found no viable path to the fragment. Though it stands there before our very eyes, the way thither has thus far proven impassable. When the fragment fell and pierced the land, it caused a prodigious amount of ether to spew forth. 'Twas this that gave the rise to the land's twisted lay, which seems destined to thwart our efforts. Even were an opening to exist, I fear that we would struggle to reach it. We cannot give up. Keep trying. So near and yet so far. Well, it avails us not to stand here and stare at the thing. Let us away to Mordona and try the other fragment. Perhaps Sinus has fared better. Upon that note, my lady, there is something I must tell you. I'm sorry to report that I lost contact with my brother just over a bell ago. As you know, the Singing Shards are home to many fell creatures, ogres among them. While I do not wish to cause you undue alarm, I fear something unmistakable may have happened to Dex. What? Why didn't you give me strength? I must hurry to my assistant's aid, Throat. Also note he got their names mixed. She got their names mixed up. Okay. Well, I believe I've got... Yeah. So now I can just, head over to Revenant's Hole. There we are. So, I'm actually gonna check something. There are savage versions of the, second coil. Song of Steam and Steel, refrain for the undaunted, who lives, who dies, who retells your story. Okay, so you unlock those. How about you? There it is. All right, now we have savage versions of the second coil of Bahamut. However, before I continue, if you choose to undertake this challenge, it will be purely for honor and glory. Thanks to the musical stylings of the Wandering Minstrel, you can now relive your foray into the second coil of Bahamut. As the name suggests, the second coil of Bahamut, Savage, is a brutally difficult version of the same name. If you choose to undertake this challenge, it will be purely for honor and glory. Well, how about we go on ahead and at least try it? Yeah, so the rewards are the same, it's just a hard version of an already hard fight if you go in with a group of level 50. The group of level 50s. So yeah, I just want to see if I can actually beat this one, even at level 80. Oh, hello. There we go. Alright. I'll let you absorb that one. Nope, there it is. Okay. And it becomes impossible at that point. Oh yeah, my health is a little weaker this time. Okay. Keep this one over here, and I'll let it absorb this. Okay. There we are. Okay. Getting a lot more coming after me. Alright, I have this one suck at these two. Alright. One, please. I'm doing this to buy some time for my cooldowns to reset. There we go. There we go. All right, that's about all I'm going to be able to do then. This is going to be a real DPS race for me. There we are. These will blow up. this. I think I did do it too soon. Yeah. Yeah, I did it too soon. Ooh, I may not be able to out DPS it, actually. I'll give it one more try and then we'll just continue on. Like I said, I'm not really expecting to beat the Savage version with this guy at the moment. And the game even says this is only for glory. So, yeah. Go over here. Go. Yeah, that's a mess up. I blew all my cooldowns on Nael at the very beginning. Which I shouldn't have done. Should have taken it slow and steady. One. Two. 3. Don't mind having this on me. Go. Here we are. Oh, wow. All right. I'll let you take care of that. Son of a bitch. Should be okay. I don't mind the first Stardust getting off. Damn it! Nah, I'm just gonna call it. Alright, we'll move on. And just... Alright. Let's go on and just pick up where we left off. I beat normal on first try, that's all I really care about. Oh, hi. Thank you, adventurer. For a moment there, I feared my bones were to be ground up and used to bake bread. I'm relieved to see that you are unharmed. It was wrong of me to press such a dangerous task upon you. My lady, your worries are wasted on me. 'Twas nothing at all, I assure you. If it please you, I shall report on my findings. As you can see, though, the tip of the fragment is exposed, the rest is encased in rock and crystal, rendering it impossible to enter the structure. We might try excavating the area around the fragment, but that is like to take time, and there is really no telling how deep we may need to dig before we find a suitable point of ingress. As such, I'm forced to conclude that gaining entry to this fragment is unrealistic. Forgive me, my lady. Confound it, we are losing precious time. What are we to do now? 'Tis I, Urianger. Glad tidings have I for thee, my lady. For a blessing, a way hath been found which thou mayest enter the remaining fragments of Dalamud. Pray escort Mistress Alice to the cerulean processing plant in northern Thanalan. There all shall be made clear.
Yeah, get into the cerulean processing plant.
Urianger has found a way? We must go to him at once. Well, from what I remember about the storyline, Nael ain't gonna like what she sees. Okay. Away we go. Hang on, I'm checking something. Okay. All right. Mine apologies for summoning you thus from afar, my lady, but 'tis here that your journey may finally begin. I did wonder. To my knowledge, there are no fragments in northern Thanalan. Nor are you mistaken, my lady, yet a pathway doth exist, one which you yourself have made use of in the past. At the conclusion of your several forays into the Binding Coil, 'twas at the crystal formation which lieth to the north of this place that you did emerge, was it not? Yes, an ethereal stream bore us back to the surface. That much I had surmised, but are you suggesting that we use it to return underground? And even if that were possible, would it not simply bear us back to those places which we have already explored? It need not, my lady. Pray allow me to explain. Upon the evidence of your experience, it seemeth plain that two internment hulks may share the self-same ethereal egress. From this, we did infer that the others may be connected in likewise. Thus did we labor long to verify the existence of further tributaries to the self-same stream, in which task we were at length successful. 'Twas then but a matter of arriving at a solution to the problem of traveling to an unattuned destination. That one might reach what we may call the headwater, we proposed to employ a modified aetherite which serveth to amplify such ripples as do originate from said source. By focusing one's essence upon these ripples, it should be possible to make the journey. Yet be fairly warned, my lady, as with all untried modes of ethereal travel, this method entails considerable danger. Merely to attempt the voyage could cost you your life. That is a risk I'm willing to take. You are brilliant, Urianger. But I'm curious, did you have assistance in forming this plan? I could not help noticing you repeated the use of the word we, unless you have taken to using the majestic plural in our absence. Ahem. Nay, my lady. As you have correctly surmised, I was not alone in this endeavor. Meaning there are others who are aware of our mission. Well, it cannot be helped now. Preventing Bahamut's return is what matters. If some secrecy must be sacrificed to achieve our goal, then so be it. For a brief frame, I believe there were two chocobos that belonged to me at once. Oh. Neat. Alright. So that must be the modified aetheryte, but what are the immortal flames doing here? Those men may be sworn flames of Uldar, but they are first and foremost faithful retainers of House Levieux. Alphino, so it was you who was helping Urianger. Who else could it have been, dear sister? Lest you worry, I have no intention of making the details of your venture public. Like you, I would prefer to avoid causing a panic. But given that which is at stake, namely the survival of the realm, one must be willing to accept help when it is offered, would you not agree? At the very least, do not be cross with Urianger. 'Twas at my behest that he kept silent. We will speak later. Pray forgive me, my lady, but knowing full well your intent, I judged it meet that Master Alphanel be informed. Though your grandsire hath become Bahamut's thrall, his noble blood courseth yet through both your veins, and if he must needs be struck down... Did you hear that, Alphino? I mean to strike down Grandfather, and when I have done so, I shall banish Bahamut to the ether. Nothing you say will sway me from my course. I will protect Eorzea, and I will uphold Grandfather's legacy. Grandfather's legacy? So you still do not know what you yourself desire. Your actions are still driven by borrowed resolve. Borrowed resolve? What does that have to do with anything? Protecting Eorzea was Grandfather's goal, and we made it ours, both of us. Is that why we came here, unless you have forgotten? Gods forbid I should ever forget, Alice, but you misunderstand. I do not question your resolve, only whence it came. If it were your own, you would be able to tell me precisely why you desire so fervently to protect Eorzea. Yet you cannot, for it is not your resolve, but Grandfather's. You may struggle to see the difference, but borrowed resolve shall never be as strong as that which springs from within. But let us speak of this another time. For now, preventing Bahamut's return is all that matters. To be plain, I have no objection to striking down whatever is left of Grandfather. Know, however, that I will be accompanying you this time. As a son of House Levieux, I would be present for his final moments. Very well, you may join us, on one condition. I make the decisions. If it please, milady, the name's Erkenrod. Our preparations are just about complete. When you're ready to embark on your mission, just give me the word. I'll be waiting for you at the cerulean processing plant. Pay no heed to my brother. You can rely on me. We have come far together, you and I, and together we shall see our journey to its end. She ain't too happy that Urianger got outside assistance. And that Alphino insisted that he assist his dear sister in his endeavors. Okay. I've been waiting for you, Master Geralt. I'm pleased to say that the aetheryte's primed and ready. As you know, the remaining internment hulks are connected to the fragments in Eastern Thanalan and Mordona. It's to the former that we will be sending you first. Now you'll be starting inside the Hulk, meaning you won't have to cover so much ground. The drawback being that you'll be fighting for your life from the moment you get there. Best be prepared for anything for Milady's sake, if not your own. And that's about all I can tell you. When your preparations are in order, just give me the word and I'll send you on your way. I may even throw in a prayer for your speedy return just to be on the safe side. Oh, I would hope so. Alright, the final coil of Bahamut is now accessible. I can just go straight to the end, but where's the fun in that? I am going to be doing all of them. Just like I have been so far. Okay. There is story in these cutscenes, though, so that's also another reason why I'm doing them. So this is how it looks on the inside. This internment hulk still functions. The teleportation was a success. We are come to the right place. There's no telling how much further Bahamut has regenerated since we last beheld him. Let's make haste to the main bridge and deactivate the coil. Okay. There were receptacles similar to these in the previous hulk. Those held chimerical beasts, but only the Alligans know what other abominations may be sleeping within. They may well be part of Dalamud's internal defenses. We must stay on our guard at all times. He's still not happy about this. But you know what? We need all the help we can get. Oh, hi. Oh, dark matter slime. We are. Oh god, hi. So technically I wouldn't have to face every enemy in this section. Let's just get over here. Unfortunately. Bless me. God. Oh, wow. Alright. We did it before I even got got aggro on that thing. Alright. That's a lot of dragons. Oh. Hello. Are. Ow. Should be okay right here or something. Oh, there's one right here. There we are. Jesus! There we are.
Duty complete.
And yeah, I'll take the prizes. Alright, let's go. Mapping the realm! By the 12 dragons, and so many! Yeah, Algans had a thing for the dragons, didn't they? We were aware that the Algans possessed means to control the creatures, but to imprison them thus is barbaric. I would not wish such a fate upon my worst enemy. It is plain that no love was lost between the Algans and the dragons, but was it truly necessary to keep so great a number here? Bahamut did not want for defenses, this we have experienced firsthand. Such guardians as the Algans created, both living and unliving, were surely no less capable of repelling the intruders and these poor creatures. Tell me something, Alice. If you don't manage to determine by whose will Bahamut exists. No, I have not. At first I assumed Bahamut had no people of his own, that the Algans had perhaps discovered a way to simulate the prayer itself. However, Nael's words gave me cause to reconsider, specifically the Shade's mention of Bahamut's beloved children. From that, I inferred that the primal is given form by the will of worshippers whom we have yet to... Yep, there it is. This is why all of these dragons are being held in stasis. God strike me down for a blind fool! Bahamut's beloved children right there before my very eyes. How could I be so stupid? Who else but the dragons of Eld would summon Bahamut? Who else but they could sustain him? And to think I wondered why the Elegans kept them imprisoned here. Even should the flame of Bahamut's life go out, his faithful children would summon him back. For this reason, the Allegan Empire kept an army of dragons here in a perpetual state of duress, that they might sustain the primal's existence. Truly, the Allegans' ingenuity knew no bounds, and neither did their cruelty. Small wonder that Bahamut was so enraged. Let no one deny that it was a man who sowed the seeds of the calamity. Will you now turn your hatred towards our own kind, dear sister? Do not patronize me, Alphino. I merely acknowledge our guilt. Lest you be in any doubt, I have no intention of allowing Bahamut to lay the world to waste, regardless of the atrocities the Allegans committed against his kind. We have no choice but to eliminate all who worship him, be they his children or his thralls. It seems reasonable to assume that the system responsible for the primal's regeneration is also responsible for sustaining the captive dragons. If we disable it, all should perish. Let us press on. Jeez. Alright, on to the next area. 10-2. I think the boss at the end of this might have some difficulties. Oh, look at all this. I think we're in the sky. Or not. Regeneration grid. Alright, I know I'm gonna have to utilize the return spell to be able to open up the way to the final boss, unfortunately. Then I got to do for this one as well. There we go. Barrier goes down and we can advance.
Blah, God, blah, blah.
Alright, and so for this one, there's one on either side, and because this is basically meant for 8 players, we'd have people on either side unlocking them at the same time. We don't have that luxury, so we can just use the return spell to get back to the beginning and then take the other route. Alright. And then shortcut. And then we just take this one. And now we're over here. We just need to disable this. We're unfortunately gonna have to face that thing. Alright. Yeah, I remember this boss having a gimmick that can make it, that might make it difficult for soloing. I also have no doubt I'd be able to do the first few of these at level 70 solo. But I don't have another tank to test that, so whatever. Damn, there we go. Damage taken when Kalia is nearby. Oh, okay. Oh! Oh, good. Weapons node. I think this is the thing that makes it impossible. I think I was supposed to take one of the other ones out first. I'll see though. I think at a certain point this thing is able to be taken out. Oh, it's also regenerating over time. Good. Not by much, but yeah. Oh, all attacks are critical damage as well. Maximum HP is up. Damage is up. Physical vulnerability is down. Magical vulnerability is down. And invulnerable to range attacks. Good. I'll let these hit me. Alright, actually, I may have to restart the fight, so let's go in here. Alright, let's try again. Yeah, I may have to just go after one of the other nodes. Or try to take out one of the nodes before they all get close together. So I'll probably save my inner rage for that. My inner release, rather. Instead, I'll focus on building up my attack power. Damn it. Okay. Well. Alright, so I gotta take out the other two then. Alright. Yeah, so that is the thing that is gonna make this difficult at level 80. You can definitely bum rush it at level 90, and you won't have too much trouble. But yeah, this is the thing for this fight. Alright, Field, that's fine. I'm dodging most of the damage anyway. Okay. Alright. Got heavy removed. Continue to damage. Oh, I see. There we go. All right. Full steam ahead. Aura field, energy field, and damage up. So ranged attacks are useless, so if you had range in your party, they would be screwed. They would not be able to do anything except provide moral support. God, I love the new animation for that one. There we are. Just a matter of taking out those two quickly and then going for the weapons node. Another realm mapped. Why, this looks like a model of Dalamud, yes. For millennia, Bahamut must have gazed at this unchanging view. Trapped inside a prison that was scarcely large enough to contain him, unable to move, denied the release of death. How his hatred for man must have burned. And that hatred found an ideal vessel in Nael Vandanis. In many ways, Bahamut is to be pitied, not loathed. But knowing the true extent of his fury, I'm more convinced than ever that of the necessity of our endeavor. Besides, his is not the only soul that cries out for vengeance. I've got some new toys that I can open up. Foot gear coffer and hand gear coffer. Pretty soon I'm gonna be able to have a full set. Alright. Third one. This is just a plain fight with a cutscene at the beginning. And this one in particular is special.
Gods, he is almost whole again.
It's voiced.
His size is staggering. I can scarce imagine how Grandfather stood against such a monstrosity.
This cannot be allowed to proceed any further. Let us disable the coil and move on. Grandfather? No, that man is dead. I will not dishonor my beloved grandsire's memory by calling you such. You are but his twisted shape, the thrall of a mad primal.
You were foolish to disregard my warning, child. Are you so convinced of your own righteousness?
"'Tis the rightness of our path that led us to return. Eorzea will never be safe whilst Bahamut remains to threaten all we hold dear. What of the hero who gave his life in defense of the realm? Do you truly dispute the justice of our cause?
My poor, ignorant grandchildren. Your world is shaped by naught but recent conflict. Listen, and I will speak to you of justice. 'Twas in the twilight of the Third Astral Era. The southern land of Mericidia suffered invasion at the hands of the Alagon Empire. With no atrocity too depraved for their purpose, the forces of Alec were unstoppable in their advance. Desperate for salvation, the dragons prayed to one of their first brood, to their ancestor Bahamut. Infused by the power of their fervent supplications, Bahamut arose from the abyss of death and took wing as the Mericidians' newborn god. Yet this great miracle would only serve to further the maniacal designs of the dragon's imperial conquerors. The cruel fetters which bind my lord stand testament to the Alagon's boundless greed and hubris. I once summoned the 12 in an attempt to forestall the advent of the 7th Umbral Era. What then did the dragons of Mericidia do that I did not? Wherefore are they accursed and I exalted? 'Tis man's overweening belief in his own primacy that blinds him to the commonness of his condition and the truth of his own tyranny. As long as man is suffered to remain, the dragons shall never be at peace. Only when the plague of people has been expunged shall the children of Lord Bahamut be free. Then shall the world know true justice.
Stop it! Grandfather would never say such things. His belief that people were worth saving never faltered. He had faith in their strength, that they could stand together and push back against the darkness seeking to shape them.
A false hope. 'Tis folly to place one's faith in so flawed a race. Stand together? Huh. They would first need to agree on which direction to face. If history teaches us anything, it is that man cannot find common ground between his own 2 feet. Even you, twins whose veins run with the same blood, struggle to fathom each other's reasoning. You hide your differing agendas behind the convenient banner of Eorzea's salvation. Given your obvious self-interest, can you truly claim no kinship with the Alagon? And though I hope they might bring you closer, 'twould seem that the twin grimoires I bestowed upon you were a wasted gesture.
There may well be truth in your judgment of Alize and me, but such a one-sided tirade bemoaning the evils of man rings false, coming from the lips of Archon Louisoix. Tell me, do you champion the cause of dragons because Bahamut compels you as his thrall? Or is it because you yourself have transcended the limits of man's existence?
Damn, Alphino caught on.
Ah, so the possibility did not escape your notice. What I prayed for, and what I have become. These are the keys that unlock the truth behind Eorzea's rebirth. If you would have them, then you must needs take them by force. Come, Rend this divine form asunder and claim your answers.
But I thought... No. He has become a primal?
It is difficult, I know, but you must accept it. That entity is no phantom or imposter. It is our beloved grandsire.
Please, for his sake and for ours, you must defeat our grandfather.
Alice, forgive me for what I must do. All right. Phoenix doesn't have a gimmick that resurrects himself, luckily. Does have a gimmick that resurrects any mobs that show up. So I do need to be careful about that. Marked by the brand of Purgatory. Damage increased by... Damage taken by the flames of unforgiveness is increased. Oh, good. Oh, God! Alright, that didn't cure it. Good. There we go. I see. And you're invulnerable because of the Ring of Fire. Oh, good, and there's even more. Oh, they're even bigger. Good. Flames, Holy Flames Phoenix burn bright, increasing the potency of Flames Rebirth with each additional stack. Alright, well, that's taken care of. Redirect the remaining life energies of incapacitated victims in order to gain the effect Rise of the Phoenix. So I might have to finish this quickly. Here we are. There we are. Red worm. Head coffer. Dreadworm leg coffer and Dreadworm. Yeah, that's it. Oh, faded copy from the ashes. I can't use it, do anything with that, so it's fine. It's fine.
Grandfather is truly gone this time, but better it end this way than the alternative.
I am yet here, Alice, my dear, sweet granddaughter.
Oh, your eyes aren't doing the glowy thing anymore. Cool.
I must thank you, warrior of light. Without your valor, I might never have broken free of Bahamut's control. These last few moments are mine, to live as the man I once was.
This is all that I wanted. Yet, now that it is happening, I find myself struggling to believe it. Is it really you?
Grandfather, pray forgive me my insolence. It was not my intent to demean you.
Forgive you? I am proud of you, child. You were wise enough to deduce the manner of creature I had become. Alfino, Alize, if any here should beg forgiveness, it is I.
Grandfather, I must ask, will you not tell us what befell during the calamity?
Yes, of course. You have come far to hear the truth. Let us then begin the tale at the Battle of Cartano, where clashed the forces of the Garlean Empire and the Eorzean Alliance. 'Twas there in the sky above the surging armies that the elder primal Bahamut broke free of the Red Moon Dalamut. In an effort to contain this avatar of destruction, I called upon the 12 to aid me in the creation of a prison of ether. But Bahamut would not be caged by such feeble bars. Too vast was his might, too fierce his rage. Little choice remained to me. I used the last of my strength to entrust our hope unto the future, and prepared to meet my end. As you have no doubt surmised, I did not perish. When the cage built from the essences of the 12 was destroyed, the sky was filled with a colossal cloud of ether. This drifting energy responded to the prayers of those fighting below, and to my own desperate wish that the dying realm be saved by infusing me with the power of a primal. I became the immortal phoenix, ancient symbol of rebirth. Rising into the sky, I struck Bahamut with all my newfound strength. The blow shattered his earthly form, and a shower of ether rained down upon the land. Thus began the rejuvenation of Eorzea. Believing the deed done, I relinquished my hold on that staggering energy, desirous that it should be returned to the realm without delay. But I had not reckoned on Bahamut's tenacious will. Even as he teetered upon the cusp of oblivion, the dragon reached out to claim me. Alas, within my fast fading form, enough remained of the Phoenix's energy to offer Bahamut a hold, and he dragged me along in his wake.
And thus began your existence as the Elder Primal's thrall.
I cannot help but wonder at his will to survive. Though he was all but obliterated, Bahamut found a way to seize the power you surrendered. That would explain why part of his physical form survived to be entombed underground.
It would also explain why Eorzea was so terribly warped. Even as the land sought to restore itself, the returning flow of ether was cut off.
Very good. When his grip on existence was once again secured, Bahamut did not cease his feast until he had consumed every last mote of ether that yet floated in the air.
And still he was not fully restored.
You must remember that by this time, much of the freed ether had already returned to the land. That which remained was not sufficient to reconstruct so massive a form in its entirety. But there did not need to be. Not for a being sustained by the marvels of Allagan technology. As long as some piece of Bahamut persists, the coils will seek it out and continue their regenerative task. The fragments of Dalamud appear motionless from the surface, but deep beneath the ground they had been searching, tunneling through rock and soil towards their escaped prisoner. And, as you have observed for yourselves, they found his heart. Warrior of Light, heed me. You must put a stop to Bahamut's regeneration. Whether it be for man or for dragonkind. The question of justice is irrelevant. The Elder Primal will leave naught but a smoldering wasteland for both his children and ours. I beg you to defend Eorzea and guide its people to the future they yet struggle to find. This portal will take you to the final internment hulk. 'Tis time for the tale of Bahamut and his part in the calamity to come to an end. Alvino, Alize, pray, come closer. Your hopes and dreams must no longer be an extension of mine. You must needs find your own reason to fight for this realm, your own meaning in this sea of chaos. Will you do that for me?
Of course, Grandfather. I have already made it my mission to see this newborn Eorzea survive and flourish.
Alize, while I was yet enthralled to Bahamut, you spoke of my faith in man's strength. Know that your words reached me, imprisoned though my soul still was. So forceful was your conviction, I wonder if that belief has not become your own. Perhaps, after all your anger and sorrow was spent, you found something greater within you. See this fight to its culmination. 'Tis also your strength in which I have faith.
Thank you for everything. Pray, take your rest, Grandfather. You deserve it.
There are records of an art that allowed one to summon the power of a primal from the essence of its demise. And though I am no true primal, all that I have left, I give to you. Alvino, Alize, my darling grandchildren. May Light's blessings ever keep and protect you.
Goodbye, strange old man.
Come, Warrior of Light. Our task remains undone.
Okay. Alright. All that's left between us and total victory is the final coil. Turn 4. Let's go. Yangi. The Burning Heart.
"'Twas a long and arduous road, but at last we reach its end. Farewell, Bahamut. I banish you back to the ether." He is not yet whole. I did not think him capable.
Ooh.
Alize! Alize!
I had thought it finally over. Will not survive another blast. No. Is this how I honor my promise to Grandfather?
You must needs find your own reason to fight for this realm. Your own meaning in this sea of chaos. Will you do that for me?
I will, Grandfather. In fact, I believe I already have. That reason has been with me all along, guiding me. Eorzea's blade of light, shearing through endless shrouds of darkness. I have been shown the miraculous feats of which we are all capable, of which I am capable. Bahamut, you have wreaked enough havoc. I will not let your wrathful fires consume all that we know and love.
How long I have waited to hear you say that! You have found your resolve at last! Let me join my strength to yours. In this place, in this moment, our purpose has become one. Future of Eorzea!
This last task is yours, Warrior of Light. You must destroy Bahamut's crystal core.
Well, let me at him then. What are those other 7 things that went in with me? I'm the only one here. Oh, it was just residual energy. Okay, cool. Big baddie himself. Can't wait to slam my axe in your face hole. Make it bigger. To who? Overcome by the sheer spiritual might of Dreadworm, damage taken by certain attacks is increased. Alright. Now it's an intermission phase. Oh. Alright. And you change over to the there we go. Alright. Next enemy should be appearing fairly soon. Core radiation, oh my. We're inside uranium. Alright. They expected me to take longer on those guys. Oh, here we go. Ow. Alright. Should be another set of enemies, I think. Yeah. There we are. Ah. You dropped something. Damage taken by Bahamut's Tetra Flare is reduced, but damage dealt is significantly reduced. Alright. Sin of Mericidia. Where'd that come from? I heard a wing flap. Oh. Still got things of Mericidia to fight. There we are. Alright. Any more? I could just fight him in here, I guess. Alright, just you and me. I was just gonna keep going for the rest of the song, but I think the song actually gets copyright claimed, so... Oh well. I don't get ad revenue anyway, so it wouldn't affect me at the moment. Yay! I beat a dragon! And now the world is safe! For a little bit. Something like that is gonna be happening. I just know it. Alright. What did we get? Well, we got Paladin's Dreadworm Arms, which I'm not going to be able to use, and a Weapon Coffer, which will give me a weapon that I can use. Alright. Alright, while this cutscene's going on, I'm going to use the restroom. At least I think it's going to give me that long.
You did it! But one task remains. With this last coil disabled, there shall be naught left to bind Bahamut to this world. His beloved children will finally know peace. "'Tis done. He is truly gone." You knew, didn't you? You knew what Grandfather had become.
I was not certain, but from all I had gleaned, it seemed a distinct possibility. The scene people describe of the Battle of Cartano was one of unimaginable devastation, and 'tis through the combined prayers of the desperate and an abundant source of ether that primals are born. I merely put two and two together.
And you consider that a sufficient explanation? Well, however you stumbled across your theory, 'twas this revelation that made you wary of my attachment to Grandfather. You feared that in my obsession, I would fall under his primal sway. Is that why you decided to join us? To pull me back should I show signs of wavering?
Pray forgive me, sister. I wished only to protect you. Yet I see now that I needn't have doubted the strength of your conviction. May I ask you a question? What do you now intend to do with the truth you have uncovered?
Which particular truth was that, brother? The fact that desperate prayer gave rise to the primal phoenix? That this new god was responsible for setting Eorzea on the path to rebirth?
Yeah, a lot
Had
of
such a
dangerous
tale become
information.
common knowledge, people would soon offer up their prayers in earnest. They would beseech Phoenix to complete the healing that was begun.
Yet as you and I know all too well, the very act of calling forth this savior would do more harm to the land than good. We cannot encourage such worship for this very reason. Were Grandfather forced to return as an ether-draining primal, it would undo all that he had worked to protect. Your abiding love for him was the key that unlocked the truth of the calamity. But keys may also serve to seal doors that were best left unopened. Let your love now guide your actions, and lock away deep inside the fate of both Grandfather and Bahamut.
We have all this info, but we can't do anything with
Fear
it,
not,
unfortunately.
Alphino. I understand what must be done. The realm need not know the truth for it to be saved. That the Elder Primal is banished, to return no more. That is enough. Let us make our way back to the surface. Poor Oriange must be beside himself with worry.
And it's something only the three of us know. And I guess we probably also tell this information to the main players of the Scions. That's my guess. Dalamud. And here we are again. At that descent into darkness, the desolation of northern Thanalan seems paradisial. As promised, I shan't reveal the truth of the calamity to a single soul. However, the nations of Eorzea will require certain assurances that the threat of a new primal is gone. Kept in the dark over long, it is only a matter of time before they seek answers of their own accord. Let us recommend that the fragments of Dalamun are sealed off, that the truth may rest undisturbed. But first, we must go and report to Urianger. It would not do to keep him in suspense. I dare say we shall find him pacing up and down at the cerulean processing plant. Yeah, let's go. Let's finally put an end. Close out this chapter. The Warrior of Light. Hold on a second. The Warrior of Light returneth undimmed from the depths of darkness. By thy triumphant bearing, I take it thou hast succeeded in thy mission, and that yet thou art alone. Mistake me not, dear friend, full glad am I of thy safe return. But where, pray, are Master Alphino and Mr. Salisay?
No, they're right there.
Here, my friend, forgive us our lateness, we took the scenic route. Bahamut is no more, the realm is safe. By the heavens, look at you! What horrors your young eyes must have seen, what suffering for your young bodies must have borne. Pray tell me, where are you hurt? Your wounds must needs be cleansed and dressed at once. I shall make for you a poultice which draweth out. Be at ease, my friend, we are hale and whole, I assure you. We took a few tumbles, but the worst of our hurts are healed. I believe we have Grandfather to thank for that. Master Louis Soir, then you met with him once more. But wherefore should Bahamut's thralls seek to ease your suffering? I promise to reveal all to you in due course, dear friend, but first there's a matter which requires our immediate attention. Now that Bahamut is defeated, we deem it best to bar entry to all fragments of Dalamud. To this end, we will convince the nation's leaders that the danger is past and invite their cooperation in ensuring that the fragments are never again disturbed. Come, let us depart and seek an audience from them with them forthwith. A moment, sister. You need not burden yourself with this task. Oriange and I will more than suffice. Might you not take this opportunity to rest? The gods know you have earned it. But I am fine, brother. Besides, you have been through as much as I have. Oh, I see now. You would play your game of diplomacy and wish me out of the way. No, naught could be further from the truth, Alice. My lady, 'tis mine earnest belief that your brother hath your best interests at heart. You have more than done your part, and he desireth but to relieve you of a burden he might easily bear alone. I have some experience treating with dignitaries, you must allow. And as you never fail to remind me of my fondness for diplomacy, it feel only right that I remind you of your aversion to it. Then it is settled, Oriange. Pray make arrangements for a chocobo carriage. The ride should give us ample time to prepare our story. Princess Alice, you have done more than enough. Alphino! Though our paths are different, we share the same goal, do we not? But of course, dear sister, that which we have just achieved together stands as a testament to the fact. Whatever path we choose to take, our hearts shall ever lead us to the same end. Of that I'm certain. Thank you. There's the place that I would visit. Might I ask you to accompany me? But first, I do believe a change of garments is in order. It won't take a moment. Oh. Oh. I like the outfit. The landscape is the same. Of course, there is no reason that it would be otherwise. Though it would be poetic for the fragments to magically disappear, I am well aware that they shall remain long after you and I are gone. The world may change irrevocably, but life shall ever go on. Let us take a closer look, shall we? I have no doubt that Alphino will do an admirable job concealing the truth of the calamity. And such truths as were revealed in those dark depths will never see the light of day. I myself agreed that it must be so. But the thought that the people of Eorzea shall forever remain ignorant of their savior, of your deeds, the injustice of it is almost too much for me to bear.
I'm used to it.
How typical of you, Throat. Ever the hero, even so, I cannot deny that I feel better for your reassurance. But I want you to know that I will never forget. You're the one who freed Grandfather's soul and saved Eorzea from Bahamut's wrath. And though these great deeds will forever be remembered in song, their consequences will be felt forevermore by every soul who calls this realm home. Yes, this spot will do. For Grandfather, Nael, and the Dragons of Mericidia, for all those who were taken by the Calamity. At long last, our struggle with Bahamut is over. The realm, given new life through the prayers and sacrifices of countless souls, may look to a brighter tomorrow. When the dust of our adventure has settled, I shall embark on a journey. I mean to find my own reason to fight for Eorzea. When I do, I will fight with all my being. You have done so much for me, Throat. One day I hope to be able to repay you in kind. I have no doubt that you will continue to help those in need, and grow ever stronger in so doing. I shall endeavor to do the same, and if the 12 are kind, I hope one day to become Eorzea's sword in the darkness, as you are. Come what may, you may rest assured that I will not be outdone by Alphino. Yeah. I always liked you better. When next we meet, I promise that I will not disappoint you. Till that day, fare you well, my friend, and thank you from the bottom of my heart. And that is all of the Binding Coils. Alright. I'm gonna teleport back to the Crystarium. And that's where we'll end things off. I have finally done the Binding Coils! 3 expansions after they were relevant. But I've done them nonetheless. Alright. So, yeah, this is where I'll end things off. I'm gonna stop the recording on my end and sign off for the night. So, I don't know if it's gonna be Chrono Trigger on Saturday. It depends on if I feel like just playing the little bit that I need to catch up to where I was at the end of last stream. Yeah, so the emulator crashed after I ended the stream, but before I could create a save state. So I got set back by a few minutes. It's not very far. I should be able to do it easily. It's just a matter of, do I want to? Am I willing to do it? But if I don't do it on Saturday, we'll probably pick up the first raid tier for Eden. Honestly. So it'll either be continuing Chrono Trigger on Saturday or the first part of the Eden raids. So, no matter what, I hope you tune in. And thank you for watching, and I'll see you guys next time. Take it easy. Oh, and if I can finish up a video, if I can finish up the second part of the Splatfest videos, I'll go on ahead and have that ready for tomorrow. If not, it will be going up Monday. So, look forward to it then. Look forward to it either tomorrow. Actually, screw it, I'll just release it Monday. I'm gonna take the rest of the night off. Take it easy. So yeah, thank you for watching. I'll see you guys Saturday for either Chrono Trigger or Final Fantasy. Take it easy.